Okay, so you're ready to dive into the world of knee braces. Uh, More specifically, the NCAOA unloader. And you've been doing your research. I know how overwhelming that can be. There's just so much info online, especially when it comes to anything health-related. Reviews everywhere you look, product descriptions that feel like novels.
It definitely sounds like you're after some clarity. And that's what we're here for. We're all about cutting through that noise and giving you some real, actionable takeaways.
Exactly. We're talking signal, not noise. So let's jump right in. From the looks of it, people are really finding relief with an NCAOA unloader. And those reviews, they're pretty positive, which is always a good sign,
It
right?
really is. It's like that feeling when you walk by a restaurant and everyone's raving about the food.
Exactly. It definitely piques your interest. Like take Sarah, for example. Years she dealt with arthritis pain. And she's saying this brace, it's made a real difference. And it's not just about managing the pain. She's talking about better stability and being able to stay active, even swimming with it.
That's huge. That level of comfort usually means people are more likely to actually wear the brace consistently and actually get the benefits. And it seems like NEENCA might be onto something, especially with the what they call professional medical stabilizing braces fabric.
Hold on. Gotta put on my, explain it like I'm five hat for this one. What makes this fabric so special?
Basically, imagine a fabric designed to be super supportive, but also breathable and flexible enough to be comfy all day long. We're not talking about some clunky old school brace.
Gotcha. They're really thinking about the whole experience, making sure people actually want to wear this thing. And it's not just Sarah who's singing its praises. We've got James, who used it after ACL surgery, and Emily, who's managing osteoarthritis, both saying the knee NCA brace helped them stay active without all that pain they were used to.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Their experiences really speak to how versatile this brace could be. It's not just for one specific knee problem. They're designed to tackle everything from arthritis and cartilage issues to ligament tears and recovery after surgery.
Which makes you wonder,
Oh,
what's the secret sauce? How
yeah.
is NEENCA managing to impress people with all these different needs? What's going on there?
Well, it seems like one of the biggest things is their focus on like really customizable support. Remember all those reviews mentioning adjustable locking dials and then the extension, flexion sliders.
Oh, yeah. Those were popping up everywhere.
Right. And it makes sense because everyone's body is different. You need something that can be tailored to your specific needs, especially when it comes to recovery.
Totally. Like trying to fit into a one-size-fits-all, versus like having something made just for you.
100%. And that customization goes beyond just how it fits. Like the knee and CA brace also has what they call valgus varus adjustment correction.
Okay, gotta be honest. You're gonna have to break that one down for me. Not exactly fluent in knee brace over here.
So picture this. You're looking down at your legs and your knees are kind of angling inwards, almost touching. That's valgus.
Oh, okay.
Now imagine the opposite where your knees are bowed outwards. That's varus. And these things, these alignment issues, they're actually pretty common. They can lead to a whole bunch of problems.
So it's not even just about supporting an injury. It's like guiding your knee back into the right position.
Exactly. Think of it like getting an alignment on your car. You want everything to be running smoothly to prevent all that extra wear and tear.
Makes sense.
And that's where this NCA brace is kind of cool. It's not just a quick fix. It's trying to address the root of the problem and help your knees out in the long run.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Getting to the source of the issue. And speaking of addressing the whole picture, what's the deal with this inflatable sponge they mentioned? It sounds different.
It's a neat little feature. Think of it like a customizable air cushion. It can actually conform to the shape of your knee.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can adjust the pressure so you get that perfect balance between support and being comfortable, especially when you're not really moving around much.
So it's not just the straps. It's like the whole brace can be adjusted for comfort. Pretty cool. They really did think of everything, the support, the alignment, this whole comfort thing. But can it really do all the things they say? Like they're claiming you can use it for recovering from surgery, managing arthritis, even just preventing injuries if you're an athlete.
Right. They're talking a big game, but can this NCA brace actually deliver?
Well, from what we've seen, the reviews from people with different needs, their focus on customization, all these features with some actual science behind them, it seems like they might be onto something. Okay, so maybe not just a jack of all trades, but potentially a master of many. But let's get real for a second. Everyone has their limits. Are there any downsides or things about the NEENCA OA unloader we should be aware of?
Well, even with the best solutions, there are always going to be trade-offs, right? And
Right.
in this case, one thing that jumps out is that it's one size fits all.
Ah, the catch-22 of trying to be inclusive.
Yeah.
So they've got all these adjustable straps, that customizable sponge. They're clearly trying to make it work for different bodies, but it is still just one design.
Exactly. And while a lot of the reviewers were really happy with the fit, there were a handful who said it felt a bit bulky, especially under tighter clothing.
Ah, so maybe not the best choice for a night out then.
Probably not. Though, to be fair, some people did say it was pretty discreet under looser clothes.
Right, makes sense.
It really depends on you, your body type, what you're planning on doing.
Yeah, it's a knee brace. Not exactly a fashion statement.
Yeah.
But hey, if NEENCA wants to branch out, I'm happy to model their new line.
I'll put in a good word. But really, it just highlights how important it is to remember that even with amazing reviews and cool features, there's no magic solution, especially with medical stuff.
It all comes back to figuring out what you need and what's important to you.
100%. You have to do your research, read those reviews, the good, ain't the bad, and then make the best choice for your situation.
Knowledge is power.
That's it.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into this NEEN OA unloader knee brace, what's the one thing you really want our listeners to take away from all of this?
The biggest thing to remember is we've given you the rundown on this specific brace, but what really matters, how does it apply to you? Think about your own knee health goals. What other questions do you have now? What are your thoughts? That's really where it all begins.